Hi, my name is Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Player. We are playing The Legend of Dragoon and recording it all on VHS. Last time, Lavitz died, but that's okay. We got him replaced immediately with Albert, who is functionally Lavitz. The names change, the face is different, but it's still essentially the same. And yeah, I already rambled enough about that. Oh, Master Tansman? He left on an ascetic journey to study swordsmanship a long time ago. We heard a rumor about a warrior in red armor, Dart. Maybe it's you. The entire future of Serdio is on you. I think that's cool, huh? Damn. We found it. The mayor and his wife, Shauna's parents, are in another village. They will be back after this war is settled. Dart, come back. That is a terrible child voice. We'll just skip the kids. Oh, this is such a weird chunk of screen transition. If I go out this way, am I going to end up on the other side of town? Good luck and take care. Avenge Grandpa's death, will you? Promise me. Don't know how. That's probably a child. Anyway. Cool. Nothing actually in town. Let's go. Onward to the Block Castle. I'm praying for them. What's this? Stardust? Well, I apparently only need one more Stardust before I get Stardust magic power thing. I don't know. Again, only the briefest look of it will walk through to get me unstuck. But overall, just know that I've missed a lot of Stardust. And that there is apparently 10 is like the first reward for Stardust found. Still, I'm not a fan of the Stardust thing currently. Just because it is like a, oh hey, you checked a random chunk of map. Man, I am always just coming down negative on this game. I don't mean to. I really don't. But it really is just confused.
Yes. Burning rush.
Whip smack.
Like this. Okay, so overall, this game has thus far felt like a collection of neat ideas. The magic. Alright, so you have power, so you hit harder. You have a therapy ring, which you don't need, really. We're going to actually swap you over to that. A felt hat. Sure, I'm glad they've given me those. I'm still annoyed about the gear drops at the end. Like, This game, this game confuses me. Like that's really what we're coming down to. It's just like this game confuses me in a lot of ways. Well, would you look at that? Shauna actually has more hit points than Rose. Huh. Neat. Of course, Dart still, you know, has like 200 more hit points than both of them. Anyway, this game just so far has really just felt like a collection of neat ideas that were made, and it's just like in isolation it's just like, oh yeah, that's a neat idea, but like put all together it's just like, what is this? That's is that really the best I've got for this? Like, again, like I can see the potential in this game. Like I can see a lot of potential in this game of just like, this could go interesting places. This could actually be like, this can be a really fun, what? That is such a weird screen transition effect. How do I leave? I just want to leave. It's like time to hit combat. Okay, that like, you know, I'm trying to think if there was anything before like Super Mario RPG that introduced time to hit combat. Mario RPG is definitely the one that I know as an introductory point for that mechanic. And I can't think of much else between that, like, if anything. No, I don't think I can think of anything between Mario RPG and The Legend of Dragoon that had a timed hit system. Like, I'm not... That might just be I haven't played the thing, or like there's a whole series of games that, you know... There's a lot of games, as it turns out, which I may or may not have played. But like... Oh, beans. I'm realizing that maybe... Okay. This feels like, haha, I'm in danger.
Burning rush. Whip smack. Yes. Burning rush.
Okay. This is fine. Only worth 22 experience anyway. Okay, so yeah. I'm just a regular enemy, not... At least it's not the death robot thing. Okay, so All Beans. All Beans was about this. This dumb town has that dumb arena, and I don't know if I'm going to get locked out of things. Basically, is like that's it. That's the entire thought. How are we doing on items? Not great for healing. Minor enemy only attacks one ally 3 turns. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Just why? Why would you give me a broadsword and a spear? Like, just... Anyway. Earth-based powerful attack for all. Do tons of body purifiers right now. There's a lot of Stardust around here that I have missed, I'm certain. Anyway, so there's the arena, and there's that whole, like, little challenge thing. I don't want to do it right now. Oink sure is a choice for that little creature. Anyway, the All Beans was just like, oh right, there's this whole deal of stuff around here that I haven't done that hopefully is going to be, you know, still available later. And if not, then I'll be sad. Alright, we can get some gushing magma. I'm going to take this as a sign of we'll be back here. This dumb helmet that cost 10,000 money. Alright. That should do it for just, like, random nonsense that... Things what are distracting me from going the actual main path due to how's everybody doing. It's fine. Could stay at an end for, you know, the last 8 hit points or whatever that people need, but meh. that is enough dawdling and enough stalling. Let's head to that black castle and maybe get killed by a death robot on the way there, because of course there's that random encounter with a death robot in the early areas of this game. I'm shaking my head real hard right now. Again, like this game is just like a bunch of weird ideas all thrown together, and like I've touched on this before of like, you know, JRPGs have always been trying to break away from like the Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy 1 like just fight things and like the back and forth turn-based stuff, because I mean, one, it makes it more interesting, theoretically at least, and two, like, why not? Everything wants to have its own like identity and flavor and all that stuff. That is actually a pretty impressive little site there. Oh no, we're going into a town. Oh boy, towns, my favorite. You, weren't you new here? Yes, we are the law in this city. Don't even think about resisting. You resist and you'll be something. Something resist. Meh. Are you here to register as well? I don't think so. That's right, making a killing by taking advantage of victory is not the thing for little punks to do. Go away. Hey pal, I just registered. It'll be easy money for me. What are you talking about? What do you mean, what? It's the registration to be a mercenary. He said let's rake in some money by joining the Sandorans. Hey, you can't feel so confident anymore. Somebody defeated the dragon. In addition, Helena has fallen. I don't want to register. Take it back. What? You can't do it. Why? My grandpa is sick. See, this is my brother. He came here to get me. Well, so long then. We only get that kind recently. The quality of the mercenaries is declining. Well, good for you for not being mercenaries. Excuse me while I click on everything in this room to determine if it has Stardust. I'm getting salty again. I'm sorry. Again, like I keep picking on this game because of just like the random stuff. Attack ball? That sounds fascinating. Hey, I found a Stardust. I have no idea what that text said because I always am just like clicking X. Like I'm just running around in circles, pressing X. What an exciting and fun system of gameplay. That is just... This game is so weird. This game is so weird. And it's like, it's trying so many things all at once, and just like, I don't think any of them are really working. Like, it is a hodgepodge of fascinating stuff. Attack ball generates one of the attack items. Neat. I would really like to know if, like, I can use these things more than once. Like, you specifically say repeat. You two don't. I used the sachet once and it came back to me. Attack ball. Maybe. I don't know. Sure it would be great if these descriptions were helpful. Not raw translations, shields, armoires, boxes, all sorts of things are here. Woohoo! I don't know. The Stardust thing reminds me a lot of like Pokemon's like random hidden items. They're just like, there's a random hidden item on this tile with no indication between two barrels. And just like massive armor, does it belong to a Sandora Knight? Excuse me, gentlemen, I need to run up here and rapidly press X on things. Is this really just a space for nothing? There is in fact nothing happening. Sure is an upstairs that just exists because it can. No, it's like Pokemon's like super, you know, the hidden items are just like randomly on tiles in places, and there's like no way to determine how or where or why there are even items there. And just like, you know, in Final Fantasy, you always had like the check the boxes and pots around the room because like you might find an item there, and there's always like the weird thing. And like Final Fantasy VI apparently has a few items that are just like randomly in spots. That is apparently what that one riddle that always got me confused was about. It's just like when it was talking about like a plaza at the end of the bottom of some stairs having some secret items or whatever. Like apparently there's a bunch of items that are just like around on the floor to pick up in a certain point in a dungeon, and I never knew about those. And apparently I think one of them is actually like a sword that's good, and that's kind of weird, but whatever. I don't know, like later Pokemon's at least had like the radar detection system thing that you can use to find items, as opposed to just like meandering around and tapping X, or you know, A, as the case would be. Oh, first the dragon dies, then those in Basil lower their guard. Can I go back to Basil then? And taking advantage of that, attack the... Wait, what? Okay. I'm getting my order of events. First, the dragon dies. Then those in Basil lower their guard, and taking advantage of that, attack the royal capital. Taking advantage of a crisis as a turning point is a good opportunity. This does the greatness of Emperor Dole. They say the battle at the 7th Fort in Hux was part of the strategy to completely destroy the knighthood. Even losing the dragon must have been part of the plan. That's our Emperor Dole. Anyway, the Stardust makes me grumpy. That's the long and short of that. Stardust is like a weird. It's just such a weird system, and just like run around and tap X randomly on things. Maybe it'll be a like actual point of interest. Maybe it'll just be there. The timed hit combat system is just like, hey, this worked quite well in Super Mario RPG. Wister Glaive, that sounds like fun. Fire is cracking a sentimental sound. Let's go equip, not Lavits. Wind-based attack. Oh boy. This room is warm and comfortable because of the fire. It's been 20 years since the war started. Can you imagine how many customers came here? Do you want to know? We will get a kick out of it. Beg you, stay here. Think of it as charity. Fine. I will take my 8 hit points back. I did. There we go. But like, again, the timed hit system stuff, and I've covered this also. I've already ranted about these things many a times, and I'm just repeating myself because that's what happens. You have something to say to me, huh? Blue is, I think, shops. Well, I tap exit, everything in the shop.
Can I talk to you a little? You guys look like adventurers, too. Well, well, I can tell just from how you look. In addition, you have been on a very risky adventure. Well, well, I can smell it from your aura. By the way, I have a great story to tell of you because of you appreciate the real stuff. Just between you and me, I defeated the dragon, Firebrand.
Gee.
Oh, you don't trust me? Then take a look at this. This is the feather of Firebrand. Whoa, don't touch it. You'll be poisoned by it. You trust me, right? Now I wanted to introduce you to this great product to you. It's a powerful drug that even beats dragons. The Dragon Beater. For a limited time offer, I'll give you this dragon's feather for free.
Is there a guy who defeated Firebrand here? It must be you. Come with us.
Wait just a minute. I'm just a businessman. I was lying about the dragon.
What's up, dude?
I made them, and I made some more, and nobody thanks me. I sell them, and I sell some more, and I made no profit. I might as well quit. Don't you want to buy my weapons? You can come around from the front door.
Hooray! Weapons for everyone. And armor for... Of course, not the two characters want to use in my party. Yeah, just... Yes. Yes. I have no idea what bow I even had before. Hey... Sure. Yes. Dart. Congratulations, Dart, you are now armed. You already have one. You already have that. Cool. Let's buy one for... not Lavitz, I mean Albert. The Sparkle Arrow was light-based, but, is doubling her weapon damage.
My god! I lost the key to my home.
This door is not real.
I think the back entrance is open, but I don't want to be stuck there.
Are you suggesting that I can, like, get this guy's key? Or that there's even a reason for this room to exist? Or is it just because, hey, it's 3D and we made it? I did not realize how many qualms I have about, like, this era of 3D game. Like, this like, early 3D JRPG of just, like, Here's just everything. We're just going to put everything into this game because we can. And like,
I saw the soldiers making scary faces and hanging out there.
this table sure is in the way. It's warm.
There are lots of scary soldiers. I can't go to Popo's house.
Children, you are in my way. Aha. I can get into the back alley. In the last few days, the guards became stricter. It seems they are expecting something.
Those two rooms at the back are called griping rooms. Your voice can't be heard on the outside, so they're good for releasing stress. The new Sergio party, where people who won't assent to being ruled by power get together and help each other. The new Sergio party is a window to the salvation of the weak. When you are in trouble, rely on us. The motto of the new Sergio party, most importantly, in the war than poor, should protect their house. Protect by fighting. I have said everything I want to say.
It says occupied.
You don't wander around. Such cruddy bastards.
Bail fell. The war will end soon.
Extra, extra, the entire force of the Imperial Knighthood occupies Baal.
Under the ground over there is a fort. Of course it was used as a fort long time ago.
You mean over here?
When we came here, this fort was abandoned. It was a mess. I was born here, but it has been almost 8 years since. New Sergio party. I want to join too, but what should I do?
It looks very unfinished because it's used to be a fort, but very durable. There are too many stairs for me, though. We don't have anything to eat. We go outside the city and pick edible plants, although being outside is dangerous. Yeah, I know. There's death robots out there that occasionally just show up and destroy you. The war doesn't produce anything. It just spreads death for naught. And how? What? Stardust.
Do-do. Do-do, do-do.
It's between you and me. Don't tell the other people. Listen, actually. Something called a griping room in the city. Yeah. You'd say that, like, it's an important aspect of something and not just, like, you know, a little place to hear some people talk about the new Sergio party.
Did King Albert really get caught?
We have to help each other to live. This concept is the basis of the new Sergio party. Why don't you rely on us when you're in trouble?
Once more, you have to Okay. Read that entirely wrong and just like had to re-piece it together in my head. Once you give up your hope, you are finished. Even if it's just a little rains, as long as there is some hope, you can never give up. Tapping X on all the things, trying to find dumb. Stardust, is it true that Vale is under occupation? Does this country belong to Duel now? These are what I managed to find. Fatal Blizzard. Neat. Right. Doctor Space things. Secret weapon shop. What? Huh. I mean, but why is my first question. They're cheap. I'm gonna buy them. I don't want to use them. But, you know, I like my curios, I guess. Alright, so Stardust, weird item hiding system that apparently is going to gate something. I don't know exactly what. Hopefully those rewards are actually just like simple little nice rewards and not important. Story! Welcome to the ruins of the underground fortress. You guys look like new faces. You want to join the new Serdio party, don't you? Want to let you in, but I need to ask 3 questions. I have to check you out. First question. Which country do you want to win, Basil or Sandora? Can't say which. The important thing is to end the war as soon as possible, not winning or losing. I think so too. Always hate or spite remains after the fight, regardless of whether you win or not. Second question. During the war, what should powerless kids like us do? Can't send kids in battle, but somebody has to take care so the people fighting have some place to come back to. Agreed. There are some things we too can do. Last question. Why do people have to fight? To protect things. If war is to obtain or destroy something, I'll throw my sword away. I only fight to protect something. I think so too. People should only fight to protect something. I learned that from my grandpa. You had a good grandpa, but you're... I'm Popo. I'm representative of the new Serdio party. I'm campaigning to help people who are having hard times because of the war. Oh, goodness. Okay, so here's the thought. I just want to give Albert Lavitz's voice because that's something that I can do really easily as opposed to what I was trying to do for Albert, which is probably not what I originally did his voice as anyway. So Albert now gets to just take, like, he's already taken Lavitz's place. He's already just replaced Lavitz entirely, except he has a different, you know, character model and a different name and maybe some different characteristics, but he's going to get Lavitz's voice.
It's amazing. I heard about the party, but I didn't think the representative would be this young.
Oh, you. Did we meet somewhere?
We've never met before, but you might know my face. I am Albert, the king of Basil.
Oh my god! You are King Albert! Okay. Just flips for days. Oh, I've been waiting for this day to come. The day King Albert liberates Kazas and sets us free. That's what we're here for. We'll end the war now. God, I'm going to feel really dumb when Popo actually joins the party and is not at all the voice that I've been giving them. But I don't think these few people can break through the defenses of the Black Castle.
Don't worry, we can do it. We can't tell you how, though. They say that the power was once... They say that the power was the card... That's... the... What is this sentence? They say that the power was the card that liberated humans from winglings. Now, it is the ace to open up our own fates.
I'm sorry, what did you just say, Albert? It's just like word salad. Ah, it's like a dream. Now I can go look for my father and mother when the war ends. Don't waste time babysitting like that. Why don't you think about how to get into the castle? I am just a kid, but I can show you how to get in the castle. Can you? Yeah. This place used to be a fortress, so there is a secret path to get into the Black Castle. A secret path? Now we're closer to Dole. Come with me now.
Please wait. If we fail, it'll be too risky for you. We will come back after we prepare.
I got it. I'll be waiting at the secret path. Please, hurry up. Mew. Are you ready to go in Black Castle? No. See, I think it has to be today. It's unusual. The castle is quiet. What if they found out that King Albert is in Kazas? Hurry, or my secret path will be discovered.
We must prepare with this save point, which we can do nothing special at, aside from save.
This game is weird. Like, just so much about this game is just weird. Like, okay, so again, I'm rambling and I'm repeating myself because that's what I do. Like, the whole equipment system, just like, yeah, here's just some armor and your weapon, it goes up. That's fine. That's fine. There's nothing like that. Doesn't need to be interesting for a while. Like, eventually, probably there will be some interesting choices in our equipment, but meh, it doesn't matter right now, especially since everybody has their own unique weapon, and that is like, I have mixed feelings about that, of like everybody having their own unique weapon versus like, or unique weapon type versus like, you know, shared weapons, a la, again, Final Fantasy VI, which I'm going to be mentioning because we just played through it, and also it's one of my favorite games, etc., etc., all that usual stuff I say to qualify these thoughts, but like, mixed feelings overall about like whether or not I like it when characters have like, this is the weapon for you versus this is a weapon that like these sets of characters can use. Armor exists, the accessory slot is like where we actually get like the interesting decisions in our equipment options so far. Magic is lacking, like that whole system of just like, one, you need to build up SP, so you need to attack and not have the D-Spirit status debuff, and you need to attack enough to get your SP up enough that you can turn into a Dragoon and then you can use magic. Weird, but fine, I guess, except for that also locks out the one healing spell that we get so far, and actually no, that's not right. We also have Astral Drain that does do a healing aspect. So actually having both Shauna and Rose in my party, hey, look at that. We have so much more healing now. We just have to, you know, make sure that we always have our SP up so that we can do Dragoon nonsense. And neat. Neat. That's all I got. But like, MP is so limited, and also, why is MP 40 and not just 4? Like, why is there an extra 0 there? Is it just because it makes it feel less bad that you only get 4 points of magic stuff? Maybe one of these level 3 or 4 spells will actually cost like something 5 magic, which, fine. So much about stats and everything just don't seem to matter. Like, again, like right now, the only interesting choice we have in our equipment is the accessory slot. That's it. Everything else is just like the, did you find the item / did you go to the item shop and did you buy the thing? And that's all we get for equipment. Is just like, it is just kind of a linear scaling of like, hey, we're going forward in the story. Did you do the thing? Which is, that's fairly common in RPGs, so I don't know why I'm picking on Legend of Dragoon specifically for it. Again, maybe it's because I'm coming out of Final Fantasy 6, where like originally, like for a long while, money is actually like really tight in that game, so it actually is kind of an interesting decision of just like who gets stuff. But man, overall, every RPG just kind of does. This happens a lot where just like numbies go up. And that's things. The whole addition system. Again, I've rambled a lot about this whole system, and I'm going to continue rambling about it because it still confuses the ever-living heck out of me. Of just like, why not just use the one that only has a single addition? Like, Burning Rush is like the first time that there's actually been like a more obvious reason to use something. Like, I think the dam percent is supposedly like Volcano would do more damage than Double Slash. However, that means I have to hit all 3 hits of Volcano, and either through like just goofing up or just getting distracted, or just whatever reason, if I miss the addition, or I'm going to finish this thought and then we'll run into this other thought that has intruded. Like, I need to finish the addition to get all of the benefit. So, like, if I screw up Volcano, then I don't get the 250 damage percent. I get whatever damage I did do, which means that Double Slash is more reliably going to deal 202% damage, I guess, and get me the full 35 SP for a single timed hit, as opposed to 3 timed hits for 1 more SP, and I'm 50% more damage is actually like somewhat significant, but not significant enough for the risk. Like, just flat out, one timed hit versus 3 timed hits is just like, it's kind of asking a lot, especially, and here's where the intruded thought comes in, especially when we have the concept of enemy counterattacks of like Double Slash. I'm not going to get counterattacked ever, because it's only a single addition. It's only a single timed hit, and the single timed hit never, like, enemies can't counterattack on the first hit. I'm not sure they can counterattack on the second hit either, because I don't think Burning Rush we've had to deal with that. Volcano, though, having that third hit, we do have to worry about enemy counterattacks, which not only throw in a little bit of extra spice, like, again, it's there to be a more interesting combat system, I think. It spices up the combat system of like, it's not just like timed hit tap X when the squares align or whatever. It then turns into, occasionally you also have to press circle when the squares align, if the color has shifted and there's the counterattack coming in. But like, the counterattack, I think, throws off the timing. It's been a while since I've had to deal with it, so it's like, I don't know if I'm speaking truth or just remembering incorrectly. But like, I'm pretty sure like whenever I got counterattacked, there was kind of a pause in the timed hit system, so it like throws off the timing of the timed hits. So it's just like X, wait a minute, you're gonna get counterattacked, circle. And that extra spice and like making it slightly more complex, again, just makes it that much more risky to use Volcano. Of just like, instead of hitting X once and never having to worry about counterattacks, Volcano has that inherent risk of like, I could get counterattacked and that can throw off my combo, and then I don't get my 36 SP, I don't get my 250% damage, I get something less. And that just makes Double Slash, again, a much more attractive option. And that is even without mentioning that getting counterattacked can, like, if you screw that part up, you also take damage. So like, not only am I not dealing full damage and therefore am dealing less damage than I would if I just used Double Slash, I'm now taking extra damage. Is there a reason for leveling these things up? Like, why do these even level up? Like, just I don't get it. I really do not get it. Like, I'm very curious if there will ever be something about like, oh, because I've leveled up Double Slash and Burning Rush, that unlocks something else that actually has a worthwhile, like, reward for the risk. Burning Rush is only 2 hits, so it's not that much more difficult. It has 45 SP as the reward, which is notably higher than the 35 SP from Double Slash. It, however, does seem to deal a good chunk less damage. Theoretically. I don't know if I've noticed that, honestly, because the numbers are kind of low right now, so like, going from... I don't know how much that damage number over there equates to actual numbers in combat. Like, theoretically, if I don't know what, like, this is the other thing, it's just like, I just don't have the baseline of what 100% damage looks like. I think that's kind of the big thing. It's just like, I don't know what it means when it says a damage percent when I don't have a baseline of what 100% means. So like, that's what I'm talking about with the, like, I've said all this stuff before, but like, that's the condensed version of like what the heck is going on with the additions or stuff. We also just we haven't even unlocked any new ones for Rose, who only gets 4 for whatever reason, and she's about to master Whip Smack, which, neat. You sure have some things, and like, currently his 2 options are do something that gets me SP, and again, SP is kind of really important. Oh dang, Harpoon is worth 50. Nice. Like, again, SP gain kind of rules the day. Just flat out, SP gain rules the day in terms of like what's important, because it allows me to access magic, which includes the things that I can do to attack like all enemies, you know, all of like twice, or do a big old cure on somebody, or do a drain attack that heals everybody in the party, and some other spells. But also, being a Dragoon, you can see like the percentage there on the right hand side of like, hey, you've gone Dragoon, so here's some stat bonuses. And like this, that percentage actually makes sense, because it is like, it is an actual multiplier on the total immediately next to it. Which is like, cool, when Shauna's a Dragoon, she does about twice as much damage. When she's a Dragoon, she takes half as much damage. She has magic attack, which, why does magic attack matter outside of being a Dragoon? Why that stat doesn't... Why is there a multiplier on Dragoon for magic attack? I don't know, I got nothing. I really just flat out no idea. Magic defense, though, that makes sense. Again, take half as much damage, and like, these numbers are the same for every character except Shauna. Oh wait, no, wait, hold on. You get a big boost on magic attack. Cool. Why? I don't know. But like SP is what drives the whole Dragoon system, and being a Dragoon, you deal twice as much damage and you take half as much damage pretty much. And that means that the whole addition system, anything that is like,
Oh boy, Volcano does a whole 50% more damage.
by having the risk of opening up 2 counterattacks and higher chance of failure in the attack itself, and all the other things that I've rambled about before. Like, oh, this, I just, what is the point? What is the point? Like, Burning Rush makes sense because it's driving more SP and it's only 2 hits. And like, if, you know, over here on not Lavitz anymore, we've got this Gust of Wind Dance that does 6 hits. 6 additions. That is a lot to hit. That is so many hits. That is a stupid number of hits. And like, that is not 6 chances to succeed, it is 6 chances to fail. Like, I think that is ultimately what it's coming down to, is just like, the additions are not like, oh, here's a chance to do more damage. It is a chance for failure of like, here is a chance to lose everything, like all of the numbers on the right. There's a chance to just lose those numbers. And it's like, additions, number of chances to lose everything on like your SP gain and your damage percent gain. And like, that's what I mean. That's what I mean when I say like, this is weird and it doesn't make sense, and like, I don't get the system at play here. Like, okay, again, Gust of Wind Dance supposedly does 50% more damage, and again, this is not like a raw 50% more damage because one of them is 150 and the other is 200, and is not a 50% damage increased, but is like 50 percentage points increased, whatever, math. But like, Gust of Wind Dance supposedly does more damage. It also has drastically less SP gain than Harpoon at this point. So like, what's the point? Why do these things even level? You also, like, again, Gust of Wind Dance has 6 chances for me to not get any next level point for that attack. This game is weird. This game is really weird. It's like, I'm still enjoying it, I think. And again, like, this is why I like RPGs, because the systems are all right there, front and center. That's kind of the big deal, is like, a lot of it comes down to all the system junk. And it's like, yeah, there's stories and stuff too, and that's always nice. And I like, you know, I enjoy RPG stories a lot of the time. But also, I love the crunchy number bits. Like, I've always been fascinated by that. So that's what I'm looking at. That's why I say when this game is just kind of a pile of weird ideas of just like, we have this whole Dragoon system, just like, cool, you have a button that you can hit to turn into a Dragoon every once in a while. What makes a Dragoon special? You deal more damage and you take less damage, and also you have access to magic while you're a Dragoon. Neat. What do I do to heal my party? Well, you're stuck with these items, which you can, so far, I've only been able to find, you know, buy healing potions. You also have, like, the defense value, which the defense in this game actually would be interesting if I could use it more often. Like, I think outside of the first couple episodes where I was, like, using it as Dart is going to sit here and defend for 5 to 12 turns to recover all of his hit points, while he's fighting a single enemy that can't do enough damage to mitigate his gain. Like, I don't know, like, the whole defend to regain 10 hit point, like, taking less damage and regaining hit points while defending, and also preventing status effects. I do really like that as like a defend option. The problem comes from like there hasn't been a... Did I save? That's the question I'm going to answer while I'm in this menu again. I have been rambling so long. I'm sorry. We're in Kazas. Great. Great. That's where we should be. We have 12 stardust. Cool. I did save. Anyway, combat system junk. Hitting defend to recover 10% hit points, take half damage, and also prevent status effects. Neat. There needs to be some sort of indication that enemies are going to do a thing that is going to cause status effects. Maybe that is just like learning the enemy script patterns. But I'm thinking of things like Etrian Odyssey that do actually, like, the bosses in that have like tells. They will like take up a different stance when they're about to do a thing or something like that. It's there hasn't been that yet. So far it's just been like enemies just seem to have a random chance to do things, and it still takes forever for the game to think about what the enemy is going to do on their turn because, I don't know, it's a PS1 game, I guess. So maybe there is a script running there, but it sure does just feel random to me. Anyway, this is what I meant when I said the game is just kind of a pile of ideas that are kind of neat, but like they don't feel like they were fully thought out, or like maybe I'm just not seeing where they connect and like come together. But like there's the ideas are like at a basis neat. But do they work? I'm not sure. I don't think they do so far. And like so much of that comes down to just like look at the addition system. That's why I've spent the last 15 minutes rambling about the addition system and like the whole combat stuff. And like, again, this is why I love RPGs, is their systems they have to wear their systems on their sleeve so that you can understand what's going on and use them and whatnot. So anyway, oh, that went on way longer than I was expecting. I'm sorry. Again, I can do a big old ramble about RPG systems. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry once again. I've been Bryce. This has been VHS Play. Have yourself a lovely evening.